Good evening. My name is Renee Gay, and I'm currently serving as the Town Council President. Also on the board is Mark Wicks, Pro Tem, and we have Donna Watson on FaceTime, and Barb Straw is Clerk Treasurer. The minutes of the March 2026 meeting were sent to us for review and correction. These minutes were available to you as you signed in. After review of the minutes, are there any additions or corrections? Anybody? No? All right, I need a motion to accept the March minutes as read.
I motion to accept the minutes as read.
I second it.
Thank you. There's a motion and a second to accept the March 26th meeting minutes. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 March 2026 minutes will stand as accepted. Reports for employees, work hours, and community billing rent were available for viewing at the sign-in table. Anybody has anything on that? No? Okay. Matt is not here tonight, Donna.
Okay.
So, Dustin, are you going to give a report on the park board? Yeah.
Good evening, guys. I come up tonight to talk to you guys about our park department. Just a little quick update here. We had our Easter egg hunt back last month, first annual one. Went really well. We had 17 kids. We raised $50 in donations. We spent $252.50. That was for candy, and toys for the eggs. We supplied cookies and donuts that morning. We hid 955 eggs. It took the park board about 30 minutes to hide them, and it took the kids about 9 minutes to collect them. They did miss. I think it was now I can't remember 6 or 8 eggs I found shortly afterwards. So they still didn't get them all. We gave out 5. We had 5 golden eggs. We gave out 5 Easter baskets as big prizes for kids. Becky was able to take pictures of all those kids and get those posted online. We did save a little bit of money. I know that I originally proposed to buy pre-filled eggs, and once Barb started going out and getting pricing, she realized that she could do it herself. So she bought and stuffed with the grandkids 955 eggs.
Holy
So
cow. Good job, Barb.
she had them all divided up into baggies, so the park board was able to divide them up pretty fast. We had some bags that had 55, some bags that had 25, some bags that had 100 in them. So we had them all laid out, and they had a really good time. So
That's good. That's good.
weather was a little cold in the morning, but about 15 minutes prior to the Easter egg hunt, kids started showing up, so we felt like it was a success at that point in time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was really good there. Some new news from the Parks Department. Tonight we had our meeting. Before the meeting, we took a little field trip, I guess you could say. The board went out and we explored basically the trail section from the east side of AMO to the west side of AMO, seeing where we can go in and start working on our plan. We've kind of already put a couple projects in place. We're going to be working with the county to see if we can get some approval and getting some concrete poured. We have a donation possibly for a new picnic table or 2 picnic tables to go on to a hard surface down there so that people can utilize them while they're at the trailhead. Next thing we would like to see from the council is to see what it would take if we was to get a donut or not a basketball goal donated. If we was to put a goal up down here on the concrete slab, down there basically where you guys' trash dumpster is.
Mhm.
But want to make sure with approval from you guys, look into seeing what it would take insurance wise, and then go from there and see if it's something that we can do. So,
Okay, sounds like a great.
anything else for the Parks Department?
I don't.
I don't.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back and get my other notes, and if you guys don't mind, can I go ahead and give a fire department report as
Yeah.
well?
Yep.
Yes.
Fire department wise, I don't really have much to report on. We have received the Crown Vic from the police department, so we're taking care of getting the decals removed. I think Dave has noticed that we have removed his favorite car's decals, so we got that taken care of. Doing a little maintenance to it, so we haven't actually started using it just yet. But do appreciate you guys allowing us to, basically trade that out for next year some budget money. So that's going to work out really good for us. Um, I know, obviously, this meeting's live tonight, so if I can make an announcement, we are going to be in a very dry weekend. We are in a very high risk of fire right now for field fires. Even though it's going to rain probably tomorrow, we do want to, since it's kind of a live meeting tonight, put that public service announcement out there to beware. Just because you have a pile of leaves and sticks in your yard, this time of year is not the best time to burn it. Because it is so dry. It's going to be very windy this weekend, so kind of a public service announcement there to make sure that we don't accidentally set anything on fire that we shouldn't. Next thing I want to kind of come to you guys a little early. I know it's only April. Usually I come in May asking for donations for the fish fry, but we're kind of planning things out. This is a big one for us this year. This is the 75th fish fry. I do want to make sure it's not the 75th year of the fish fry, because I know of at least one year we didn't have one, obviously during COVID, and before that, there could have been years too that there wasn't actually fish fry. But this is the 75th actual fish fry that we'll have this year, so it's kind of big for us. So we're kind of planning some things out. I know in the past, last year, I'd asked for a fireworks donation and a bingo donation. I'd like to ask tonight for the same two donations. That was $2,000 for the fireworks and $4,000 for a bingo prize. To be both of those items to be utilized in the same manner they were last year.
What was the bingo again?
400.
Yeah, you said
You
4,000.
said
I did.
4,000.
I don't think we did
Man,
that.
that was a big.
We
Hey,
don't have it.
Donna's on the plane right
the-
now to come
The
home.
only the only one that caught that was the only one that's not here at the meeting too. So sorry about that. 400
No, I
on
caught it.
400 on the bingo and 2,000 on the fireworks.
Okay, I make a motion, for $2,000 for the fireworks, $400 for the bingo donation.
I second it.
Thank you. We have a motion and second for 2,000 for the fish fry for 2026 fireworks and 400 for the bingo.
Thank you guys. Thank you. And then just one last thing, I want to give you guys an update on. Several months back, I made mention that we were starting up a cadet program with
I forgot about that.
Coatesville, Stylesville, Liberty, and AMO.
Mhm.
We've been going strong since December with this. We have, I think we're right at 15 middle school and high school kids that joined into this. We have one member here at AMO that his home department's here at AMO, so we've got one cadet in the program. We've been doing monthly training since first of the year. We've had 2 here at AMO. Last night we wrapped up search training with these guys, and in February we went through SCBAs and fire gear. So it's really neat to see these middle school kids and high school kids show an interest into the fire program. A couple of them in the high schoolers are already in the Area 31 fire program, so they've already kind of chose that career path, hopefully. But some of the middle schoolers, they do pick up pretty fast. We only get them for 2 hours every night, so last night's training was 2 hours. It was about 6 hours worth of training if they were actually on a fire department somewhere. So they're definitely getting the training. It's just they don't get the full amount of time that we would on the actual classes that they were doing. So But yeah, great group of kids, and just kind of want to let you guys know what we got going on. In case last night there was a bunch of kids out there, so
I didn't know Ben Davis had a program for that.
they do. They have a through Area 31. They
Yeah.
have a fire program, and then they have an EMT program as well. So typically, depends on how the rotation is.
Mhm.
One year, either your junior or senior year, you do your fire 1 and 2, and then
Mhm.
the opposite year you go through and get your EMT certification. So,
No, that's cool.
yep.
Well, awesome. Thank you for
You guys
that.
have any questions for the fire department?
Did you get the extra key for the reserve vehicle?
I know that I have at least one key. If it's an extra key, I will check with Dave and find that out.
Okay.
Yep.
He probably would know because I gave it. I was gonna have it give it to Mark. So if you go in and you're going upstairs on the stairway in the in the old fire
Mhm.
station.
Yep.
On the stairwell, there's a light fixture. I stuffed it right behind there to hide.
Okay.
Because I was trying to get it to Mark one time for him to start the car, and so I don't think he picked it up from there.
Okay. I'll get with Dave and we'll get that all squared away. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And then I think that's all I have for you guys.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Dustin. Dave, do you have anything for the police department? Thank you.
For the town marshal's department, no major events report for the month of March. Like Dustin stated, the Crown Vic has been donated, received by the fire department. Barb's been requested to remove it from our insurance. The flashing light by the school went out and had a part needed repaired. Traffic control products completed the repair for a total of $65, which an invoice has been submitted to Barb for that. The only other thing is a reminder on May 16th is Town Cleanup Day.
Thank you.
So that's all I have.
And that town cleanup is 9 to 2.
Yeah.
Is what I have written down.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Dave.
You're welcome.
Okay. We have a couple people that want to, would like to speak. You guys? Yep. Is it both of you or each one of you? However you want to do it. It's Jason and Melissa Ritchie.
Good evening. Jason and I are here to represent the investment interests of our South End farming grounds, which also, if nobody knows, does have commercial zoning rights. We were provided information by a resident regarding the March 5th meeting, that there was an email circulating with the council members regarding the action. A private email, yes. This was then brought to the attention at the meeting by the town council of whether to move forward with vacating East Main Street. Obviously, that brings us here because we have access to our south field via Main Street. And-
Is it true that the town of Amo's council is in discussion to vacate the east end of Main Street in the town of Amo?
Yes.
Okay.
It
Can,
has
can
been,
you
it's
show,
been
can you
brought
show
up, it has
me
been brought up to us.
where, which, hold on, Donna. Can you show me what that's where we're at on Main Street that's going to be vacated?
We just want to make sure we're all on the
just
same
in talks
page.
about it.
Yeah,
It's
but
not,
can you
it's
show
not
me where
in.
you're in discussion?
Well, we just want to make sure that we
I just
are
need
as
to-
informed, knowing the exact
Yeah, can-
Mhm.
can somebody
location.
kind of show us where it's at? Circle it
I've
on
never
there?
seen anything like that. So,
Where the
It's just the map.
pavement, where there is actually no street.
This is
Listen.
it right
That's what
here.
we just talked about.
Yeah, if you can circle that on there, I'd really
I don't
appreciate
really
it.
want to circle it. I mean, if
Well,
you want to
can
get with
circle
Donna.
that and tell me exactly what we're talking about?
Well, we just
I
wanna
just wanna make sure that
confirm
100% we're on the same
that we're
page.
talking about the same location.
Well, I think we all are. I don't
No,
think.
no, it's.
Well,
I
we
don't
just
know.
wanna
That's why I
verify.
wanted to verify this. Can somebody circle that and show me exactly where they're talking?
Well, when
we'll have
Donna
to
gets
probably
back,
go
yeah. Yeah. We
to
can go
the
down there
area.
and look at it.
Well, can can you circle
Well,
which
I don't-
areas in discussion?
I'm not going to circle it,
Why
Jason.
not?
I don't want to circle it. I don't need to circle it.
Okay, so has there been, my question is, has there been a petition to filed to
We're
vacate?
in talking about it.
No,
Nothing's
okay,
been
okay,
done
and
yet.
that's-
No, I just
hold
want
on.
to know if there's a
That's why we're
petition that's been
asking. We
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
that's why I said a minute ago. It's just been a discussion.
Okay, but we
haven't
just
done
had some
anything.
questions because,
Yeah, go
this-
ahead.
done. Well, is there
okay,
a
but nobody
time
wants to
frame that every-
answer 'em.
Yeah, is there a time frame that
No.
the town of Amo has in regards to closing this?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Who-
Then
how-
please
hold on.
explain as far as how the right-of-way has no future public use, nor will it lose adversarially impact the current future of the public. Would
Do
you
you-
like me to repeat that?
Every, we did not even know until you brought it to our attention that that was a street that went down that hill. Then after that point, there was a point where there were heavy equipment brought in that rutted that ground, which I have the pictures of.
Yes,
That was never ever really completed or fixed up. The landowners that were next to it brought to my attention that they had to mow over that rutted ground all season that year. So that's when we just started talking about, we never even knew that that was a road. What should we do about it?
Well,
Well-
let's go back. Let's go back then. Let's go back. Let's just go ahead and just go through this. I just want to know, since this is just starting, you don't have any supporting findings that the vacation of that
road.
will diminish values of any properties around.
Well, it'll diminish ours.
Well, I'm talking about anybody else's. I mean, heck, yeah, I know about do ours. All right, then does the town of Amo can explain as far as why they're looking at that, besides the fact that there's ruts, and they're stating right now that you weren't aware that that road was there?
We were not, it's not been
Okay.
maintained as a road. You
Well,
know that there is no pavement
Let's
there.
go back. Let's go back, Donna.
No,
Let's
we
go
know,
back.
but
Let's go
that's,
back.
it's still access
The
to our
town of-
property.
The town of Amo, along with residents of Amo,
Just in talks
along with
about
the
it.
town council
You guys both
members,
can't talk at the same time,
yes,
though.
I know, that's why I have the report. The town of Amo knew at a council meeting on February 10th of 2022, according to the minutes provided, as well as the April 7th of 2022 minutes would provide it, stating the fact that what our future goals were for that property and our investment expansions were planned for on that property. And at the same time, we did discuss that being a road, because we originally, this is we discussed at that meeting, showed that we originally, when Mitchell had that property originally, had 5 entrances, of which 4 of those were actually closed off and vacated. Now, again, at another town meeting, March 16th, 2022, meetings provided, April 7th, 2022, we discussed the fact of actually utilizing that road for equipment, because our agreement was with the church was not to access through the property. And according to those meeting notes, the council could not work into the existing budget the ability to finish a gravel base up on the field interest, and would have to budget the gravel base into next year's budget and review that. It was never done. We never came back, never even said anything to you folks, because we figured, oh, well, we'll eventually have something down there. So again, why does the town of Amo even want to consider vacating the right-of-way? Now, I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't do it, since you didn't know that that was a road. According to historical records, documentation for the town of Mooresville, which was originally founded and then transferred over to the town of Amo. Don, I'm surprised you didn't know this. The fact that Mill Creek was actually part of the documentation which is on record. The original town consisted of Pearl Street, Walnut Street, Railroad Street, and of course, Main Street. It was stopped at that section. by Mr. Mooresville, Joseph Mooresville. He then proceeded to zone on the other side of that acreage for commercial use, leading off from that opening, with the hopes that when the town would mature and grow, that it would be able to expand down that way. So it was put there for a purpose. I can understand vacating alleyways. But you guys, especially you, Donna, you talk about the historical value that this town has. You get upset whenever I say something negative about nothing, but in regards to how Clayton's succeeding, they're growing, they're expanding, they're doing things. Mark, you talked about how you want to keep this a small town. There's nothing wrong with keeping it a small town. You know, Renee, you did the same thing. The whole thing is that if you guys are going to preach preach it, then keep it. There is value there. You guys all knew back in 2022, 2021, in regards to our ability and our expansion plans as far as what we were wanting to do. Yeah, we tried to sell the property. We decided not to because we had another option for another 100 acres down south that we decided to just go ahead and stay here. Now, I'm going to ask again because it will come up eventually. And the truth will come out. Why is AMA wanting to close that off and vacate that section? Don't use the rut exchange situation because you guys all knew it. I got the emails when we discussed this. I have the text messages when we discussed this. I record everything and I keep everything. I'm here to fight for my property and the fact that I will be devalued. Mark, you know this.
And
I will lose the value on my property that's closed off. However, I'm going to throw this on the table for consideration. And Donna, if you want to look like the good guy handling Sherry and Doug, if you guys do close that off, I'm asking right now that you put me an entrance off 500. And then we have that right away, the original planned right away for that property.
Was an entrance off 500, is that in the town of Amo? I think that we only go to the bridge.
You go to the bridge, I'm looking off right there in between that bridge and the town.
Over our ditch that goes to the
I'll supply you the concrete culverts to lay down because I'm going to tear down the urban trail anyway and level that out because I'm tired of getting water coming from that drain that's not been done correctly flowing back up on my side of the property that we've discussed back in 2023. Minutes notes would reflect that, also 2024 the minutes notes would reflect that. But we had provided even people to come in to clean that out, that ditch drainage area. We've also supplied you guys an invoice in regards to somebody coming in and actually laying that gravel base down where it's at. But again, we'll work with you. Don't try to do something behind our backs. We do have friends here in the town of Amo. Believe it or not.
You guys keep saying this is just in discussion, which is fine, but we want everybody to know, you guys on the board, where we're coming from as you are discussing it, how we feel. And I think that's fair. You can keep saying, well, it's just in discussion. Well, then we're discussing it. We want our side to be discussed and heard as homeowners of this town. And again, I'll repeat that field that we have access to is income for us. So you take that away, that takes income away from us. It's currently being farmed. So I want that to be discussed as well. When you guys are discussing
also take
this.
In consideration, there has to be an entrance placed down there because the original town of Amo does have that entrance. And the fact is that at this point, it's a right to farm act. And that's in Indiana Code 32369. So keep that in mind. Also, you have to understand what the impact would be on our property.
It would devalue our property
And if
because there's no
anybody-
access.
Anybody who abuts up to that suffers, everybody's in. And I don't want this to get nasty. I don't want this to go into legal channels that we can try to avoid as much as we can. I just want to make sure that we're doing this and we're working together on it and not behind each other's back. Private emails being received, and I'm talking about 3 council board members minus others.
It was discussed at the meeting.
Yeah, it was. It was openly
That's
discussed, yeah.
That's
Private
what I'm
emails.
telling you.
Yep, you're right.
The information that we received that was private was given to us by our lawyer.
Oh, that's fine.
It's not to be shared.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's what
All right.
we're saying. It wasn't private. It's not.
Okay.
that we were hiding it from anyone. It's private. It was to the board members
That's,
only.
I
And it was
can
what
care
he
less.
had
I can
discussed
care
and
less.
found out.
That's fine.
Well,
That's
she's
fine.
telling you
We-
what you're saying is
okay.
not right. You're saying we're doing it behind your back.
Okay,
It
and
was
you've
at a
explained it.
meeting.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You've explained
Okay.
it.
Well, he's
It's
not getting
like
it.
this town doesn't have a history of doing things behind people's back.
Jason, why do you got such an attitude tonight?
What do I?
Well, we've been
Because
wronged a
there's
few
list open
times,
close to my property.
and we just want to make sure that regardless how far this discussion has gone, that our side is heard. And so
Yeah,
that's all we wanted.
That's why you're here.
So,
Thank
all right,
you.
thank you.
All right.
All right.
You forgot the museum.
Oh, Becky, sorry.
Please bear with me because my printer didn't work, the interurban printer didn't work, and my notes are on my phone that's being used right now. So, we discussed this evening, we are going to have an open house in June. We are going to expend our hours 1 Saturday a month, starting in June on the fish fry, thinking maybe there will be some people in town that would like to see the museum. We will go until 3 o'clock that day, and go once a month and see how it goes for the expanded hours on the day that the reading room is open anyway, which is the
Okay.
first Saturday of the month.
Oh, on the Saturday, the hours will be what, noon to 3, you say?
On June the 5th,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
And we'll see how that goes. David and Marion Phillips also gifted us a Christmas gift, he called it. It's a new cabinet. It's beautiful. So we'll be making some cabinet changes in the museum. Not getting rid of anything right now, just switching some things around. And our next meeting is May the 7th. And then Renee asked me to talk about the author that's going to be at the Interurban on April the 18th. His name is Scott Baker Sweeney. He has written many books, one of which is called Ralph, and it talks about Amo, not necessarily the town of Amo, Indiana, but it mentions Amo several times in the book. He doesn't sell books at the book signing. You have to get your own book and take it to the book signing. I have purchased actually 4 of his books to have him sign that day, and then my sisters and I are donating those books to the AMO Reading Room.
Oh,
But we encourage you to all come out. He's if you're familiar with Patty Spittler, he's been on her program before.
mhm.
He was hoping that she could be here that day. We're not sure yet. Go online and look him up. I have posted it at several places on Facebook.
Okay.
1 to 3, Saturday, April the 18th.
One book that I had, like, that I read some of it, it was called Dog. And it's,
I mean, is it for
talks
kids?
about North Salem.
There's some for kids, and one of them that I purchased is kids book. The dog book just came yesterday. and it talks about North Salem, and it's based on a story about a dog in North Salem,
A
a red dog.
The red dog.
Yeah.
His books are available on Amazon and some other bookstores, I'm sure. Any other questions?
I did find one that I wanted to bring up to you that I'll check a little bit further into. It's called the Indiana Humanities Mini Grants, and it says it has to do with history, literature, world cultures, other subjects. So it's something that was new that was brought up to me. So I wanted to do that for the library or the museum part. So I will look into that further, Becky.
Thank you. And I'll just say briefly, the newsletter hopefully will go out the end of next week. There are several things tonight and from our park board meeting and museum meeting that will go in the newsletter. And I'm out of town all weekend, so no work will be done on it over the weekend.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Becky. Say police. Oh, was going to talk about the flooring. Is that under old business? I get confused on the old business and new business. Yeah. Okay. The flooring that's going to get installed here in the community building by Garage Force, it's going to take place the week of June 28th. Should be done by the 4th of July. Takes about 5 or 6 days, he said, for it to get the surface off of it and get all that done, and then a couple days to cure. So he'll probably be working on that Saturday, but then it'll sit for a couple days. And I've got with Kelsey on that. So that's going to be happening. Do you want to talk about the junior give back day? Yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow we will be doing the Cascade High School Junior Give Back Day, which is where the junior class will be going to several different locations. We will get 8 students here in Eno. Kelsey will get some here at the community building, and their project will be to clean the tables, like super clean the tables, get them really good. Then we'll have Gina and myself. We're going to take some of the students, and we'll go and we're going to plant flowers in the town flower pots in different areas at the post office, the interurban. We'll have one at the store, just different areas around there. They do this. This is the second year that they've done this. They asked if we would participate in it, and we decided to because we've always had the 5th grade here at West do Beautify AO. The teacher involved in that has moved on, and the one that took her place didn't minute for this. So we decided to go this. So we're pretty excited about it and see what it's going to be like. But that will take place tomorrow between 1 and 3. So you see kids running the streets. We're trying to contain them, but they are juniors, okay? So that
And the
I got
weather's good.
flowers. I got
What if it
cleaning
rains?
supplies.
Is it supposed to rain tomorrow, though?
It is, but this is going on from 1 to 3, and right now the rain's supposed to come in at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
So
Well, that's
hopefully
good.
we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okie dokie. Did you want to talk about the FFA donation, Donna?
In new business.
Oh, new business. Okay.
Don't forget the community crossings grant update.
I had a FaceTime meeting with I cannot remember that guy's name to save me. John Ellison. Okay. Anyways, had a FaceTime meeting with them when they were walking the streets that we're redoing. And that was on the 24th of March. They pretty much talked. I listened, to be honest with you, on that. Because the guy from the guy that's doing the work, yes, the contractor, John and him talked. John said he was going to send me minutes. Of everything that they talked, but I checked my email and I never have got anything from
did
him.
get it.
You got it? Okay.
I
Because
got
I
it.
kept watching for it and never got anything, and I meant to
Oh, I'm
ask you.
sorry. I thought it went to you. I'll look
No,
at it forward. I'm
I did
sorry.
not. So if you want to tell any more about it, that's fine because I didn't get it. So
It was just, they were just looking over where they would put their equipment, when they came in.
Mhm.
I didn't have a date in it. Do you have it? They don't
I don't have.
date?
No, I don't
Okay.
have a date.
All right.
He
I
said,
just
"Don't
checked.
worry about taking notes. I'm going to send you. I'll tag you on the email." But then I never got anything. So
Okay. I'll let him know too that you didn't get it.
okay, thank you.
And then we have an invoice from Teaser Farm for $1,000 done on that paperwork project.
Yes, I've already taken care of it.
Okay.
There'll be a
Oh.
balance of $300 left on his bill.
I have a couple of little things that were like tasks that I just needed to double check on.
Okay.
One of the things was I had talked with Chris about, we had a thing last year about upgrading the radios. We did 2 of them in December. I think the last ones were like $2,200. So he said if we do 2 this year, that will be great. So we just need to know that that's an expense that we want for. But anytime we're ready to do that, they can get the other 2 upgraded.
How many do they need total? Just the
4.
4? Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, the flickering light at the interurban. I was thinking that's something new, but I just had put it on there. Sorry. And the news after this. So, did anybody take care of that?
Working on it.
Okay. All right. I just put it on the task sheet and I forgot this. It should have been new. All right. That's all the old I have.
The light bulb had to be ordered.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think Greg could have got up there. Okay.
Okay. Talks Away Days, May 2nd. It's under new business. And Barbara's going to talk about the company she's looking at using for the cleanup days, March 16th.
Okay.
So she found, was it Denny Excavating?
When was Thompson in?
May 2nd.
And the fairground, yeah, Henderson County Fairgrounds.
Mhm.
It says enter at gate 5. It's from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
I think that's what it usually is, isn't it?
Yeah. So it says like you can bring TV, there's a cost of that, and appliances, there's no cost of that. The rest of the stuff you can bring, that toxic things you're not supposed
Like
to
paint
throw
and
away.
stuff? Okay.
Yeah, stuff things that they dispose of. Okay, sorry. Trash dumpster.
Okay, so I called, it's Jenny Excavating. It's actually Green something. They bought out a company, and I
Yeah.
don't know their exact name, but it's through Jenny Excavating. So they are available for May 16th. They would drop off at 8, pick up at 2, and they will pick up. They have the manpower to guarantee me a pickup that day. Last year we paid $1,500 for the 3 dumpsters, and which is $500 a piece, and Denny's will do it for $495. They usually get more, but he said he would do the $495 per dumpster and guarantee me a pickup. So I would really like to go with them. They were recommended to me through Dustin and Nathan Bayless. So
Oh, okay, so they come recommended.
they did come recommended. Yeah, that's why I got a hold of them. He said all I had to do, I told him that I had a council meeting tonight. He said once I found out the council approved it, just to give him a call and he would get it on the schedule.
Okay.
That's That sounds good, Mark.
You want to make a motion?
Just for the student excavating.
Okay, I motion to approve getting excavating dumpsters. Is that for? town cleanup?
$4.95,
Yes,
and are you saying we're getting three?
and we will get 3 all at the same time.
Three all the same, okay.
Yes, they're not gonna do the come drop off and come pick up and do that. And he said we would
When
get,
did you say they would drop them off?
they'll drop them off at 8.
So once those
Okay.
get full, we're not gonna dump them and bring them back.
No, once the 3 are full, they'll just
Okay.
come and they'll come at 2:00 and pick them up.
Okay, to pick it up.
So
Okay,
we gotta watch, make sure nothing stacks out.
Well, but we're doing it from 9 to 2.
right.
So,
And
usually
I do
I'll
know
go
that
down
Chris-
at 8
Okay.
and make sure I'm down there and get it in the right place and I'll come
Chris will be there.
down. Okay.
We will?
Okay.
I didn't
Yes,
wanna,
it will
I didn't wanna wait and have them, I can wait and have them deliver them at 9,
No,
if you think
No,
that's
eight's
okay.
fine, eight's fine.
no, they're not gonna leave them. They're just gonna come and get them. Nobody can stack stuff outside of them.
At 2:00.
But we'll have to do that.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
because last year
I
we got stuck
second
with
that.
one
I
other
second that.
thing.
All right.
So,
Okay.
as long as that's okay.
That is okay. You got a
Second.
Okay.
Do you have anything else for new business, Donna? Barb, you do?
I have the thing that we talked about with the FFA.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Forge from Cascade FFA Alumni. They support students involved in Cascade High School for FFA. And so they're asking for donations to help fund educational advance throughout the year. We have contest preparations, materials, career development opportunities, and support for low-income students involved in the program. So they had sent a list that they actually had broken down with a budget of what they're looking to buy.
Mhm.
And one of the things on there, we had got this and forgot to bring it up at the March meeting. So I had
Okay.
contact with her and had asked her about perhaps us funding like one of the project expenses. And one of them was, I don't really know how to pronounce the name, Husqvarna.
Husqvarna,
You
yeah.
know, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's like mechanical things. I know it's a nice name. It's a good name. Husqvarna Forestry hard hats. They're asking for 12 of them. They cost $24.99, and the total for it would be $299.88 for like a $300 deposit. Would that be good for that we are showing that we're purchasing something? I can get these paperwork to Barb to show her, what we received and everything.
Donna,
Okay.
I have it. I have it.
Okay. Okay. That was something I asked her. I said, well, can we like make a donation to fund a particular item? And she said that would be wonderful if we could do that. So it's what I'm asking for. Is I think that those forestry hats. I think FFA is a very good project for Cascade. I'm glad it's coming back there.
Mm-hmm.
So do you just want to do the $299.88?
Hard hats.
Uh-huh.
Can you say the amount is $299.88?
Yeah, it buys 12 of the forestry
Okay.
hard hats.
So you need a motion to approve.
The Husqvarna forestry hard hats for
Okay.
the Cascade FFA use.
Okay. Well, I motion to approve that.
And I second it.
Thank you. Awesome. You have a motion and a second for a donation of $299.88 to Cascade high school FFA.
The other item I have is that in Barb, it's to Barb, in State Board of Accounts, we get like a bulletin.
Okay.
It was sent on March 20th. And in that city and towns bulletin, if you go under the towns, it has a very legal way that they want fundraising donations to be done by the fiscal officer. So I have made a copy for you. I'll get it to you.
Okay.
But it was in there. I just happened to get it, and I thought, we got the museum and we have the park going on. So it was talking about donated funds and how things need to be done. So I don't think it has to be like also. Hold on.
Are you talking about where they have to go into a donation account and then be appropriated out?
Yes, it says also that
I
they
talked
have
to
to
Steph.
adopt the ordinance for fundraising if not restricted by the law. And fundraising must be approved by the council. That's the first part. Then accounting for the donations, they must be receipted and deposited into an appropriate fund, and they must be deposited into a dedicated fund, and donations cannot be spent without proper appropriation, even if the funds are available.
Yes,
And,
which we knew.
and so,
Yeah, we knew that going in. That's what the
yeah,
park donation had to have its own. And then it
yes,
had to be appropriated out, because I had already spoke to State Board of Accounts about it.
okay.
And
okay.
they told
I
me
don't
that they were eventually going to put it out in their bulletin because people were arguing it. And they said, no matter what my park board argued with me, they would stand, the State Board of Accounts would stand behind me when I told them that it had to be appropriated.
Yes.
So, okay,
Yeah.
I will look at the March 20th bulletin.
Okay. Yeah, and if you go under the towns, it's the only thing that's really covered in there,
Uh-huh.
besides redevelopment commissions, which didn't apply to us. But I just thought, I don't remember us doing an approval by the council, but maybe we have for fundraising activity. It says it needs to be adopted by us to allow it under the Indiana Code 36. So
Okay, I'll look,
anyway, look at it
I'll
and
look
you let
at
me
it.
know.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see.
Now, I
Okay.
think the museum falls differently because it functions under the town.
Yes, but it has something to do with donations, any donations.
Yes.
So just double check what it's
Okay.
referring to on that one.
Okay.
Okay. There was an email forward to us from Becky about the AMO Classical Week. We did get it just real recent, so there wasn't any way for us to do anything with it. I did look up the National Junior Classical League. It will hold its national convention in Bloomington in July this year. Their motto is in Latin. That's why they contacted us, because of the name AMO. But their motto in Latin means "in harmony, small things grow." I thought that was pretty interesting.
Mhm.
They have like 1,000 chapters in the U.S. and Canada and South Korea and United Kingdom. Their mission is to encourage interest in Greek, Latin, and classical culture. So it's maybe something. I told Beck, I wrote back on the email. I didn't think we could do anything this year, but if they let us know next year, maybe we could do a little something like that and work it in with one, either like the museum or the park or something. But
Okay.
anyway, I just wanted to let you know we did get our email from these people. Did they look to us?
Hold on a second, Donna.
Donna, I did email the gentleman and explain that it was a little, we didn't have time to deal with it right now. asked if it was annual. He said yes, and he'd try to reach out to us a little earlier next year.
Oh, well, that's great. Maybe we can do something next year. I thought that I like their motto, so. I need to ask a question about July's meeting this year. July's when we usually do the budget, and we had set it for the second week of July because it was close to the July 4th weekend.
Mhm.
And I thought I would be gone, but I will be gone the week that we're going to have our meeting. So I need to know, can we change it or I don't get a signal there, so I cannot attend remotely. I like to be present with the budget, but if you don't need me, I'm okay with it.
I think you should be there for the budget. Don't you?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with changing it. Can we do the 17th? So I really don't want to do,
When are you
Okay.
available? Donna?
The powwow is going to be on the 7th, 8th, and 9th. So I'll be leaving on the 6th and get home on the 10th.
so can you do the 17th?
Sure.
Well, the 16th, that's what I meant.
16th.
We'll
You-
have to check this building out, if this building's available.
Mhm. I'm fine with it. Are you fine with it, Mark?
Yeah.
July 16th? Okay.
I've got Barb. She's got to be there.
She said yes.
Yeah, I'm like going, Barb wants to be there. I would
Uh.
like to be there, but they just for some reason changed the powwow this year during the week, so
Okay.
July
it's usually
16th.
over July 4th.
Okay, we'll change it to the 16th. We'll check on the building. If not here,
Okay.
I
we'll go.
have a
Alright,
budget training, next Tuesday that I'm going to attend in Plainville.
That's the 2027 budget.
Yes. It's just
Okay.
it's just a training. It's not,
Yeah, I did see that. I have a note on there. I was asking if that you were
Yes.
going to change you were going to go to the budget as state board accounts training. It's an in-person Hendricks County, but it didn't say where it was at right there.
yeah, it's at the library in Plainfield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because it says that 2026 forms are going to change a little bit for the 2027 budget. So,
Yes.
okay. I needed to ask to make sure you were aware of that one. Okay.
You have anything else?
The only other thing I had was, Mark, the AIM wage survey is due by June 5th, so I didn't know if you knew that. I
Yes.
just wanted to make sure.
Yes, I saw that.
Okay, and the only other thing I had was that there was a new Senate bill. I don't know how it will affect us or anything, but you might hear about it. Senate Bill 210, which has to do with, it's new rules for township mergers. They consolidating some of the townships and reorganization. So, I just want to let you know that. Okay, that's it. I'm done with mine.
You have anything?
I got a couple new things.
Okay, Mark's got a
Well,
couple.
one, the next meeting is when?
Where's that? Give me 1 second. May 7th.
I think I'm gonna have a conflict of interest there because my daughter's graduating.
It's a
college.
big
Yeah,
deal. So you're excused.
Okay,
okay.
It's a big deal.
all right. That's fine.
And the next thing is, the address is 4867 Pearl Street. It's the big red home that went into, I do believe, foreclosure. and then
Bobby
somebody
Bray's.
bought it.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a couple mature shade trees in the front.
Yes.
That are the towns, let's say.
Yes.
They got concerns about that they're going to fall on their house eventually. Okay, they said they do a constant cleanup on them. She didn't say she wanted them removed or would remove them, but they are very concerned about them. So and I was kind of going through the town ordinance, and it does say they just
It
can't.
protects the shade
Yeah,
trees
they
on
can't
Front
just cut
Street.
them. Yep. So we need to get back with her. I don't know if we have somebody come out and take a look at them, but
Would it just need
I just think they're old.
As long as they're healthy, we want to try and keep them as long as we can. Because
Okay.
they do promote the, like it's in our ordinances, protection of those shade trees between the sidewalk and the street.
Right.
We do, if they're,
Well, do
something's
we?
wrong with them, we remove them.
Right. So I guess
But
who is the person that we would have a look at them to tell us whether they're healthy or not? Chad?
Chad,
Okay.
We always pick Chad.
We always pick Chad.
Or Chad.
Okay.
What was the address again?
It's 4867 Pearl Street. Her name is Jessica Minton.
Mitton?
That's just M-I-N-T.
Mitten. Okay.
okay,
I've met him.
yes, so put that for something that you'll take care of them, Mark.
Yep,
Right.
I will.
Okay.
Are you like nothing? I'm just playing.
I'm just putting it on I have multitask.
All right, I know you got a long list. When are we going to talk about old business?
We already did.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
Were
I,
you here?
I must have phased out. Matt Lyles.
okay, I had that down on your task.
Okay. I had a discussion with him. He just basically, the number that we offered, he doubled, which is $2,000. So, and then he laughed and he went fishing.
So he said, get back to him.
So
Yeah.
was he serious on that?
He said it. He said he's going
Or
fishing in
was it at
Mississippi.
2,500 for us to even get
A survey.
I think that's reasonable.
But
And we
remember,
don't have to worry about it anymore.
right, well, it's verbal, so
Uh-huh.
we'll have to write something up and present it to him. But
Okay. Well, you deal with real estate, could you do it?
oh, yeah.
For a fee, right?
Okay, good.
No, I am no longer a loan officer.
It looked better if it came from you than me and Renee.
Yeah.
Just telling you.
Okay. How about Matt?
Are you
That
going
would
to
be-
motion to approve the 2,000?
No.
You gotta talk to him
Let's wait till we
first.
get
Yeah.
Let's get it in writing.
Let's get it in writing.
I'll get it something in writing from him.
Okay. That'd be great. That'd be great.
Okay. Sorry I missed the old business.
Does anybody have anything else? Okay.
I do not.
Um, Well, this is probably old business too. We had to get the post office door fixed again. Which
Again?
well, Greg fixed it once. It blew apart. And then Kelsey's, I don't know, is it her husband, Chad?
Yes. Yeah.
He fixed
Yes.
it and it looks great.
So we're good.
Yeah, the pictures that you sent with the invoicing, that looks good. Go ahead.
Okay,
Yes.
all right,
Okay.
I'm done.
Are we still on new business?
Yeah, we're on new business.
I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
sorry.
have one more thing. If you're on new business.
I am.
And then I'll be done. Okay, so, the town email got that, and I've been having issues with it. And I'm still having issues with it, and I'm not an IT person. So I've reached out, we have to find somebody to help, because I can't send emails now, and I'm back in touch with TBS, because I can't send emails out.
Did you click on something you said?
Not that I was aware of. Okay, so this has been going on, but, so I reached out, and there's a company in Brownsburg called One Source. And what is it called? Choice. I'm sorry, One Choice. And they can, it's a company that would help set up emails, monitor them, even help me as far as though with the IN.gov, get our own domain, get all that into place, then kind of oversee everything and get, instead of you guys as the council, what I'm talking about here, get your own council email instead of using your personal ones.
Right.
And
Which makes,
which would make sense. I talked to Chris, and it could be that there was one set for the police department, there would be one set for the clerk. Anyway, this is a company that does this. I am waiting to get on a cost of how much it is, but what I needed was a little information as to how deep I want to go, how many computers we have, laptops, that's the questions that's going to involve in this. I just need the okay that you guys are okay if I go for this and look into it further.
Yeah. Is it,
Further, yeah.
Dustin, did you say it's in Danville?
Okay.
Is it Corey Kaler? Yeah, okay.
So you know,
I know Corey, I mean,
okay. Um, I'm sorry, I thought it was Brownsburg, it's Danville.
yeah.
Well, and they were real nice when I called them.
hmm
I mean, at this
Yeah.
point, I need help.
well,
This isn't something I can do.
Yeah.
Chris had some questions when I talked to him that he wanted me to ask if they had a laser fish for storing files. If they did anything like that, if that was one of their options. And he thought that that would be a good thing for, I mean, we all know that I work on my house. If my house burns down or falls down, if you've seen it right now, then everything's at
Maybe
my,
do a
my
conference
home.
call with-
And so,
With Corey and Chris. Because Chris is really knowledgeable. I mean, just do a three-way call if Chris is,
but Chris said he knows absolutely nothing about this either. I
Oh.
already tried that. He said, when he's put on a system and he runs a system, he knows how to do that. But to set this up,
Mhm.
he has.
I
no
just meant
knowledge.
it, he could help you with that.
Okay,
Chris
he
be-
did, He told me, he's like, Lord, I can't help you.
I didn't mean use him. I meant use Corey, but if he had questions too,
Oh,
he
no,
could be
he-
on the call.
He sent me questions.
Okay.
Statements. He's
Yeah.
like- he
I
was
just
asking-
thought you said you weren't knowledgeable. I thought
I'm
maybe he
not
would be,
either, and
he would be
wasn't either,
helpful.
but if it's okay, I think we need to look into this for the town. We need a backup of some kind.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's gonna end up being a monthly bill, but I think it's gonna be a monthly bill that's needed. And, I mean, I've heard different things that this company does. I mean, they would even shoot out emails that are spam emails and see if you guys open them. And, they would
Mhm.
test us for our knowledge on whether, I mean,
Right.
TDS can't tell me why I can't send an email. I mean, I got a ticket
It's,
out.
it's not a big deal to get,
Okay.
yeah, get a quote on it. So, yeah.
Yes.
After the thing went out that you were asking, something that wasn't you,
Yes.
all of a sudden the municipal network, like you told me, called you and told you something was going on. My municipal network things that I get from different towns, it sends a thing out to me every single day telling me that I've been deleted from that. And now, but I do get it on my email sometimes. But every single day I get something that says you've been deleted. I'm wondering if something happened with that municipal network.
I don't know because
Because it happened the
mine.
day the day we saw that email.
Hey, Donna, just so they know, Danville has at their government center, their whole system of that, and had to restart it. But there is a scam that's going around where the hackers are tagging everything in previous emails for what you just described. Be cautious.
Yeah, because what was it, Barb? It was like it was coming from Barb. It was
Oh,
going
mine
out.
was they got in my contact list and
Act like you
they sent out an email stating that I was trying to make a purchase on Amazon and something else, another company, and I needed help paying for it. Was there anybody out there that would help me pay for it?
Yeah, that's what it was. Anyway,
Some of them are so
the
terrible.
day that the municipal thing went
Amy
down.
was calling me going, Barb, I know this isn't you, but do you need help with your Amazon purchase? And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, and it did. It went out to anybody that I had sent an email to. And they did go in and they did tell me that they found, they did find, I ran on the virus scan and I did find malware had been put on there. Got quarantined, got taken off, and I changed my password like 4 or 5 times. And to be honest, I didn't have a need to send an email until just a couple days ago when I went to send it and it bounced back. Now, I sent Becky one today. After I'd already put my ticket in with TDS, I thought this one, Becky needed something from me, and I told her I couldn't do it, then I decided I was gonna try it. And I tried it. I told her, I said, check your email and see if you got it, because on my end, it told me it went through. And then she sent me this respond back, and I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And it came through, but it didn't come through as the town data. I said, please don't open
Well,
it.
I just didn't know if AIM knew anything about it, because the day that I told you that I saw this thing, all of a sudden, every day in my,
But I
my
think,
junk mail, it comes as that municipal, you know what I'm talking about, where it starts out municipal
Mhm.
dispatch, and it's people from different towns
but see,
asking
that's
questions how we do it.
Yeah,
that's the clerk treasurer side.
I get those
Well, I
all
get
the
that,
You
time.
can go in and you can take yourself
Yeah,
off
silence,
that.
yeah.
Chris said that he took himself off of it. He got really sick of it.
Yeah, it's a
So,
lot.
It is annoying at times. I don't, Donna, I don't know. I haven't had any issues with that, but
Okay.
I can't say.
Okay, I just noticed that was happening. But it's
Okay.
funny about Hendricks County, because they said that St. Joe County last week the whole entire county got hacked with everything, like
See,
all the government things. They had all the, like, all court records, all death certificate, all stuff came,
Mm.
they got all hacked. The
and
whole
Becky,
entire
what did you
county.
say? Yours? Okay, and see, that is a part of TDS. Yes, TDS, there's 4 different areas of TDS, and that is one area of TDS. Only the gentleman that I got couldn't figure out why it would have come from them, or why it would have showed that way. So then he added that to my already existing ticket. And then the more I talked to him, he thought that maybe because my ticket had been assigned to somebody, maybe that person was on my side when I sent that out, and they could have been at that rock island, because that is part of them. But please just don't know. That's why I brought what I'm doing tonight.
Okay.
So, but anyway, I think that it would be wise if the town had something besides, I mean, my virus scan that I use on the town laptop, I use on my personal. When I buy it, it has 5 uses, and I have always used it on the town one. Chris said that he does the same thing with the police one, that he's used his personal one on his. So the town has nothing.
Just get a quote.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody have anything else? I think we wrap it up then. It looks like next meeting is May 7th.
Right. Okay. I'll be there.
Awesome. Mark will not be here, so you have to be here.
Oh, that's right.
He's getting a doctor in his family, aren't you?
Yep.
Awesome. Yep.
Mark, are you calling the meeting?
I'm calling the meeting at 8:10.
Okay. Second. All right. I'm
Thank
out of
you.
here.
Bank statements and,
Bye.
Bye.